After another really busy and amazing season of Becoming Artsy, I am going to be packing for a vacation to London. Woo! Oh, Christopher's calling.
Hey, Jessie, I know you're getting ready for your vacation and everything, but slight hiccup. I'm going to need you to do a little work while you're over there. We're going to have to put together an episode.
Welcome to London Heathrow International Airport with an 8-hour time change. It is now 11:32 and it is Monday morning.
I'm on my way to meet Phil Carlisle from Historic England to learn about Arches, a free software developed by Getty and the World Monuments Fund that helps organizations like Historic England track and monitor cultural heritage sites. Hi, I thought that was you. I got it.
Cheers. Chinchilla, as we say. Well, as I say.
And if you're wondering why we're meeting here, it's because Princess Louise is one of the over 400,000 sites that Historic England has listed in their Arches database. Did I have to choose a pub? Okay, probably not. But I am on vacation, so
Yeah, this is a Victorian pub, but it's a particularly well-preserved Victorian pub. Back then, in Victorian periods, you would have had one of these maybe on every other street.
Princess Louise is an example of how Historic England has been broadening their listings of cultural heritage sites from the big famous castles where royalty lived to places that people like me might have hung around.
Now it's more sort of, we know about the kings and the queens. We know about what happened with the aristocracy and the gentry. It's the lives of the everyday working class and the middle classes that we need to know.
But why Arches? And what can having all these historic sites listed there do for us?
The way that the data is structured in Arches, it allows you to create networks of information. It's making links that weren't there in the olden days. In the olden days, it was, we're protecting this building because it's worthy of protection, and now we're protecting this building because it tells us something about ourselves, because it's the stories that are the interesting thing.
One story is the Great Beer Flood of 1814, which took place at the Horseshoe Brewery, a cultural heritage site you wouldn't know had existed if you were just walking by today.
Dominion Theatre, one of the West End theatres, is now built on that site. The reason we're recording it in Arches in our database is because on October 17th in 1814, at about 4:30 in the afternoon, a clerk was just wandering around the brewery, noticed that one of the iron bands, one of these supporting bands, had slipped. That's formed the support for these gigantic vats of beer. And that would happen 2 or 3 times a year, so he wasn't thinking, oh my gosh, quick, emergency. So George Crick, the name of the clerk, wrote down this note, and as he was walking towards the office, that vat burst, 3,500 barrels of beer. The water pressure knocked the stopcock from an adjacent vat, so that started gushing as well. It knocked down a 25-foot high, 2-foot thick brick wall and sent a 15-foot wave of beer into the local streets.
So we've had this great theme of beer going on. Are there any other historic places, obviously for work purposes, to go and check out the beer places for work?
Oh man. There's the ye old Cheshire Cheese, which is a sort of 16th, 17th century chop house. The likes of Arthur Conan Doyle, Samuel Pepys, P.G. Wodehouse, Charles Dickens. Inevitably, Charles Dickens is drunk in pretty much every pub that I'm going to mention.
Okay, I'm starting to understand Arches, but I think I have to visit a few more places to really solidify my knowledge. Yeah.
And then on the other side of the Tower of London, further on down, then you've got the Prospect of Whitby, which was originally sort of like a 16th century inn, but it still has some interior, some from the earlier period. As you work your way through the Docklands, you sort of see these sort of like riverside pubs. The last of which is the Grapes, which again is it's just a dinky little Victorian pub. It's still got a bit of charm to it, but it's behind the bar on full display is Gandalf's staff from the Lord of the Rings, because the pub is part owned by Sir Ian McKellan.
All we have to do is to decide what to do with the time that is given to us, and I'm
spending my time at the grapes. You shall not pass. I think I get it now. The information available in Arches can help us understand and connect with places around us and the different people associated with those places. Yeah.
That information and getting the public to engage with heritage, because it's our heritage. It's not Historic England's heritage, it's not the National Trust, it's not the Gettys, it's the people of this country. And it's every person in this country as well, whether you be black, white, green, pink, yellow, blue, orange. No matter what creed or religion you are, it's your heritage.
Thank you for
enjoy. Enjoy your work trip.
Thank you. I appreciate you helping me with work today. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you're interested in learning more, the cultural heritage organizations that use the Arches software are all listed on the Arches website, including Getty's own Research Collections viewer. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time. I found the brewery. This is where the brewery used to be. Right here. Look at that. That was a brewery before.